Alright, this is part 2 of a review for Movie 1, Wingblade, and Jetstorm. They are the only Ultras, I think, in the entire Movie 1 line. Okay, let's transform them very quickly, because they're pretty easy to transform, as most Ultras are. We should probably start with, yeah, let's start with Wingblade, since he's a lot tougher. Okay, put out his fingers, both hands. Yep, put out his fingers like that. Okay, and just neatly fold in the arms. Very easy. I mean, most of the Ultras have been very easy to transform, so no problem. Okay, detach the top part, fold, fold back the head. Okay, and then fold the nose cone like so. Okay, fold the armaments of the wings inward, so, and then the legs. Straighten out the legs, if you can see it. Straighten them out. Move the crotch forward a bit, and then rotate. If it will allow me to rotate. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, put it back down. Okay, and this is probably the only complicated part in this transformation. Is you're trying to hook the legs onto the tail, the butt end of this robot. So fold the butt end like so, and then okay, all right. Fold in the fans of his engines. Okay, and then there are notches somewhere which I can't remember. Huh. Strange. Okay. Oh, okay. Here we go. There we go. Okay, you gotta fold in the feet. Sorry about that. Fold in the feet, and then from the paddle feet, the notches are there. You can just like, there's a friction knot. There's a friction slot right there. You slot it. This is probably the only drawback I can see. This thing just flies off as you play with this figure. These joints are they're not as tight, so they just fly off. I think I've transformed him correctly. Oh, okay, sorry. Just a little bit like so. A little bit backward onto the second notch. Okay. Alright, and there you have Wingblade in his alt mode. He does have landing gear here and on the front part. Okay, very nice looking jet. Just write down in the comment section below what kind of jet he is, because I'm too lazy to research. Because if I say he's like a rattler, I'm gonna get a lot of comments. So I'm just gonna leave it to you guys to tell me what it is. Yeah, his key gimmick also works in jet mode, which I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. Okay, this is his, sorry, did you see that? Do it again. Okay. His ultra mode, or battle mode, as the box says, and flips out with the same gimmick. Lights and sounds. Very lame gimmick, but it works, you know. Let's set him aside for now. Let's go to Jetstorm. Jetstorm is a lot easier to transform, I think, in my opinion. Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention. You'll notice that I had put both guns on his right arm. They do fit, because I think it's pretty lame if he has the two pistols. If he's holding both pistols, I mean, he's like a cowboy this way. I mean, it's okay. I guess you can do this. He's got two guns, but I thought the combined gun would have been better. Would be better for him, having only one arm with a weapon. So okay, so just to transform him very quickly. Okay, just fold out the back part just so you can prepare the wings and the arms for transformation. Okay, straighten out the feet. Okay, okay. Unhook the chest part. He's very hollow here. I forgot to mention that. It's very hollow, so he's not as filled up, beefed up robot. I mean, only the arms are covering it, but if you raise his arms, you'll see it. He's like, you can see through him. That's a bit of a drawback for him in bot mode, but other than that, he looks very, very awesome. Oh, sorry. The wings do like to pop off, but you can just pop them back. No problem. Okay. First thing you want to do is, yeah, as I said, detach. Okay. And then, sorry, fold down the head. Both of them, well, you can see more of his head than Jetstorm. Okay. These two waist pieces, they fold in. Okay, which is nice. He does seem to have like a Gerwalk mode. I mean, like a Gerwalk in the Robotech series, but you know, that's a bit stretching it. He could do it if he wanted to. I mean, you know, whatever. Okay, then you want to do is fold in the hands. Okay, make sure they're straight and not twisted, and then fold up the forearms and fold up the back part of the engine. Okay, the same on the other side. Sorry. Okay, and then just slide the arms backwards like so, and then clip the arms onto the wings. Very easy, fairly easy. Okay, and then fold the wings down, and you're half done. This figure, because it was old, had these feet stuck up here. I had to pry them with a blade, with a box cutter, just to get them out and loosen the joint. But he was on pretty tight. I couldn't get it out. So if you do buy this figure, take note of that, and make sure you have some tools with you to pry them open. Okay, they could go either way, I think. Yeah, yeah. Just rotate them this way, and just fold them in. Yeah, I think they can go either way. Okay, just a matter of tabbing in. This figure's landing gear is built in, so that's pretty cool. And all that's left is okay, flip up the tail fins and put the cannons or the missile launchers onto his wing ports. And sorry, and here is Jetstorm in his alt mode. Very nice. Bot mode, he's better, but in alt mode, I think Wingblade is the better figure. Is the better alt mode, I think, in my opinion. Okay, let me just put them side by side. You can see them. Yeah. Let me just pick up the camera. Okay. Yeah. Both are pretty cool alt modes, and they're both awesome in robot mode. But I mean, for ultra class figures, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. I mean, I've very little complaints for them, seeing that they're coming from the Cybertron line. So if you do see them, I suggest you pick them up. I mean, don't pay more than $10 for them. Okay, let me just show off the gimmick of this guy. It still does work. So you just flip up the tail section, and then you put in the key, and there it goes. Pretty cheesy, but it does work. It's on pretty tight. Okay. So, yeah, I guess these guys are great. I mean, it's good to have them now, but I wouldn't pay the original price of about $30 to $40 for them. So, if you're in Manila, I think they're still available. Some, I think, in some Toy Kingdom or Toys R Us outlets, they still are available, I think. So you can hunt them down, but do not pay more than $10 for each. So here they are again, once again in alt mode. Transformers Movie 1 Ultra Classes, Jetstorm, and Wingblade. Thanks for watching.